Once you go black, you never go back, baby. All right, we finally got the ROG Ally X. We can start pretending that the original ROG Ally is black. Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? So not waste any time. It's been long overdue. We got a package from Best Buy, as you can see here. This is, or at least I think it is, the ROG Ally X. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. You've probably seen the unboxing a million times before, but this is the barely average dude way. Anyway, we're just hopping into it, and we're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna look at it, give our first initial thoughts and impressions. It is some differences, some similarities, but we already know what it's all about. So let's get into the box. Now, if you're new here, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and check it out. Here it is, the ROG Ally X, pretty much the ROG Ally Black Edition. And you know what they say, once you go black, you don't go back. So let's see what it's all about. I'm very interested to see how this device actually turned out. Now, I'll let you know from the beginning, my main, I guess, want from the ROG Ally X is really how it feels in the hand, because the original ROG Ally is not the most ergonomic with these, you know, just a small hump on the back, and for large hands, or at least for myself, it's not really much to hold on to. So they said they improved the ergonomics. That's going to be the main thing I care about. We're going to look at that once we crack open this box. We're going to look at them side by side. I'm going to look at the ROG Ally X next to some other devices just to see the comparison there. But yeah, let's get into it nonetheless. Okay, so here we have the ROG Ally X. And I know I'm rushing through this unboxing because I know you've probably seen it 1,000 times. Up here we have the stand, as you already know, two stands actually. So you got a stand here, one stand, two stand, red stand, blue stand. Okay, so let's get into the box. We're gonna have a charger in here. Here's your charger. You already seen this a million times. Here's your charger. Here's your all your user manuals and warranty information, I guess. You can pluck that, file it to the side, as Frosty Carter always says. Anyway, let's check out the actual device. I know we're going to do this pretty fast, you guys, but you've already seen this. I really want to get to the comparison and see how this device stacks up next to some other heavy hitters, and also how it looks next to the original ROG Ally. So we're going through this at a rapid pace. Sorry, but not sorry. We need to get straight into it. Okay, here it is. Here it is, you guys. The ROG Ally X. Check that out. Next to the Ally original. You can see not much difference in size, as you would expect. Before I even hold it in my hand, let's just check out the ports. We have USB-C. One of those is USB-4, 40 gigabytes. That's going to support eGPUs. We're going to test that out in future videos. USB 3.2, volume rocker, a vent here. This is where we're going to have the removed SD card slot. So they moved that fingerprint reader, which doubles as a headphone jack. Let's see, nothing on the bottom. The back, similar to the ROG Ally original. Oh, sorry, I still have that skin on there. But anyway, similar to the ROG Ally original, the difference is those back buttons we noticed there are a little bit smaller. So that is a noticeable difference there. Anyway, so that's the tour of the device. Let's see how it feels in the hands, you guys. This is the moment of truth. Ergonomics is like my biggest concern with a handheld, and that's what one thing the ROG Ally really lacked. And that's why I always kept the case on it. Okay, how does it feel in the hands, you guys? Okay, there's a little bit more grip there. A little bit more grip, as you can see. Not much, but it is something. Let's see, how does it feel in the hands? Let's see, not bad, not bad. How's the buttons? Okay, buttons, bumpers feel a little bit different, I will say right off the bat. Bumpers feel a little bit different. A little less travel, I think it is. As you can see, I think it's a little bit less travel on the bumpers. Triggers actually feel like slightly more travel on the triggers there. But yeah, buttons feel good. They feel a little bit better. They feel a little bit more like loose in the original ROG Ally. A little bit more solid in there. A little bit more like less rattly. The original one's buttons feel a little bit rattly when you press them. It's just a little bit of play there. Okay, buttons, okay, now the back buttons. How do the back buttons feel actually when you're pressing them? Let's see. They do actually feel better because the actuation point is a little bit better on the back buttons in the ROG Ally X. I do actually like the larger buttons on the Ally original, but the actuation point is kind of iffy to actually press that button. the actuation pressing this actually feels a little bit more like it's easier to press, but it's sort of out of the way so you won't accidentally press it, if that makes sense. So your grip is over here and your fingers out of the way. You have to actually, you know, make a conscious choice to go over there and press it. When the Ally Original, your hand can't really get out of the way unless you hold it way down here, which you're not really gonna do. So your natural grip is like here, so your fingers always resting on it, which is an issue for some people. They found that there was a lot of accidental presses. With the ROG Ally X, how the grip kind of guides your hand down here. You're holding it here, as you see I'm holding it, even I'm holding it with one hand, and my finger has to actually get over there to press the button. You know, if that makes sense, you have to actually make a conscious effort to press that button. Let's look at some things I really want to test with this device. We're going to do these size comparisons, but before we do that, let's look at the ROG Ally X in some ROG Ally original cases. Okay, so the first case is the original ROG Ally travel case we have here. Let's see if the ROG Ally fits in there. So this is the original Ally travel case. And does it fit? That's the question of the day. Does it fit? And it actually, yeah, it does. It does fit. Yeah, it fits. A little bit thicker, but it fits. So you can continue to use your original ROG Ally travel case. We have a few more cases here to test out. ROG Ally case from TomTalk, one of my favorite like slim cases. I'll have a link to this in the description. Great case from TomTalk. This actually does fit the Ally X, and you should expect them to fit because it's not much thicker. It's not much larger in any of the dimensions, so you should expect it to fit. But we just have to test these things. Here is the Skull & Co case. Here it is, ROG Ally X going to the Skull & Co case, and fits, no issue there. One last case, it's a slim case. Can't remember the name of the company. SoCo. It's like a really slim case, as you can see there, very slim. So if any case is gonna have an issue, it would be this one. And of course, as we expected, no issue going into the same case here. So all of your travel cases, you can continue to use those travel cases. Now, with that out of the way, let's look at the size comparison. So now let's compare it to the Steam Deck OLED. Starting off, this is the one that's probably competing with it the most. ROG Ally X next to the Steam Deck OLED there. Now the Steam Deck, much better ergonomics, but you see the ROG Ally X does have a smaller footprint compared to the Steam Deck OLED. Now let's look at it next to another heavy hitter, the big dog, the Lenovo Legion Go. As you can see here, much smaller than the Legion Go. We do have a smaller screen, 7 inches versus 8.8 inches. So that's what you would expect. Now let's take a look at it next to a smaller device. One of my favorite small devices right now. This is the One X Player, One X Fly. As you can see, they're both 7 inches. So 7 inches, 1080p, 120 hertz. But it is a much smaller footprint, as you can see there. So if you want a very compact device that still has a 7-inch display, this, I would say that this is the one to get, the One X Fly. They just released the 8840U version. Maybe you can find the 7840U version on sale, but they have the 8840U version out right now. Not much different in performance, around 5 to 7%, but that is available. If you need a very compact 7-inch device, I would say this may be the one to get. So let's look at it next to another small boy. That is the GPD Win 4. As you can see here, slide out the keyboard just so you can get a sense of how that fits there. Much smaller device, you know, as you would expect, much smaller. There's a 6-inch handheld. Now let's look at it next to another GPD device. One of my favorites here, the GPD Win Mini. As it's closed, much smaller, but then you know, of course, you have to open it up. It does become a much, you know, larger package here. They actually have the same screen, so 1080p, 120 hertz, VRR. I love this little GPD Win Mini. This is the best small handheld in my mind of any size. This is the best one. The portability, the performance, the form factor, it opens up into something. Trackpad, keyboard, love this device here. Now, let's look at it next to another big one, but it's called Mini, but it's not so mini. Here is the One X Player X1 Mini. Not very mini, of course, as you can see, but here it is with the X1 Mini. 8.8-inch, 144 Hz display, pretty much the same as the Legion Go, but as you can see there, a much larger device. And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we have the 1X Player 2, I know that's a fan favorite in the 1X Player community, removable controllers. So yeah, let's look at that next to the ROG Ally X. And there you go, much smaller. Here it is next to the Ergonomics, my absolute favorite device, even to this day. Great device here. Ergonomics is one of my main important features in a handheld, and the Ergonomics just has some of the best ergonomics in my opinion. Feels amazing in the hand. The curves, the grip, the controls, the button placement, everything just feels good. So this is my standard. Now let's talk about my thoughts. I mean, I haven't even turned it on yet. This video isn't even about the performance or anything like that. I haven't turned it on. That's for a future video. This is just my first impressions. My main concern was really just the ergonomics. What are my thoughts on the ergonomics? If you're a fan of the channel, you know I always talk about ergonomics, and I always talk about how does it feel in the hands. I will say it is more ergonomic than the original ROG Ally, so it does have that going for it. But it's not as ergonomic as something like the Steam Deck or the Legion Go or the Ergonomics, which is my favorite. I will say it is a welcome improvement, and I do think I should, give them sort of a thumbs up for improving the ergonomics. That is something that it does actually feel good in my hand. So yeah, I mean, I do give it my seal of approval as far as ergonomics go. It does feel better. Now, I do think I will still put a case on this just to give it a little bit more to hold on to. But if you didn't have much of a problem with the ROG Ally Original, then you're really going to enjoy the increased ergonomics on the ROG Ally X. And if the ROG Ally Original was a little not enough for you as far as ergonomics, then you will also enjoy the ergonomic improvement on the ROG Ally X. I think it is a great improvement. Now, I haven't even turned it on yet. This video wasn't about performance or anything. We got more RAM, we got larger storage, base capacity. We're going to test it with eGPUs. We're going to test it performance. We're going to test all of those things in future videos. I just wanted to let you guys know that we had it in the house, and now you can leave me all the comments. Leave the comments down below of, what you want to see tested on this device, what you want to see it compared to, and I would know, I'll put all those things to the test. I just use these unboxing videos as ways to get what the community wants to see. I don't want to do a review and it's not really covering the things that you guys want to see. So I know this unboxing video is kind of obligatory, but I just wanted to get you guys recommendations on what you want to see tested, because that's how we do it at the Barely Average Dude channel. But anyway, ROG Ally X, it feels better. I give that to it. I will retire my ROG Ally Original. And the question of the day, before we go, should you buy the ROG Ally X? Now that's the question of the day. I don't want to take too much more time. This video is too long, but if you have the original ROG Ally, it's hard for me to recommend. Now, if somebody was asking me, hey, Barely Average Dude, which one should I get? I would probably first steer them towards the original Ally, because it usually goes on sale. Even new, just like last week, it was on sale for like $550. At the time of you're watching this video, it may be on sale again. So if you can find this device for $550 or lower, even the open box market, you can find them for $400, then you should definitely go ahead and get it, because the ROG Ally X is around $870 is the price with tax, $799 base price. That's a lot, and it's not like 2 times better, because you can find a open box or a used ROG Ally for $400 or even new for $550 when it goes on sale. It usually does. I'm not sure it's worth that much money to get the upgrade. You do get more RAM, a larger storage drive, but they have the mod so you can get the larger storage in there. We have the better port selection if you use eGPUs. But in all honesty, it's hard to recommend at this point, considering that, just next year, maybe in 6 months time, we're going to have like new chips, new processors. They have the same processor. I'm not sure it's worth it. But if you really like all the features that it has, then of course, go for it. I would never tell you not to get it, but I would say my first recommendation would be the original ROG Ally. And then if you really decide that's not enough, then of course go for the ROG Ally X. But I don't want companies thinking that they can give us these half cycle updates. I really want them to give us everything that they have and then give us the next one when they have a great leap to give us, especially from these larger companies like Asus. I don't want them to think that they can just throw us a half update and we're going to give them $900. But anyway, that's just my initial thoughts and impressions. Should you buy it? If you have the Ally X, maybe not, but if you really, want it, then of course go for it. This channel is all about handhelds. I'm not going to stop you, but I don't think it's really necessary. I'll put it that way. Anyway, leave a comment down below what you want to see me do next with the ROG Ally X. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. ROG Ally X. Once you go black, you never go back, baby. Peace.